All right, all right. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Bar Table Talk. I'm your host, Skittles, and my co-host,
Shy, and we also have a special guest, my dear friend and brother from another mother, Wintrell.
This is the space where we talk about real life, real conversation, and what's happening now. Today, let's get into the local news because it's been crazy out there.
It has, but I have some good news to share. So, Riverside Community College Marching Tigers take top honors at the Metallica Marching Band competition.
All right.
They did such an awesome job.
I'm not from there, but I don't even know where the school is at.
So I used to go to RCC.
I know you did, Miss Moreno Valley.
Yes, whatever. I went to a few years in Moreno Valley High School. I also went to RCC for a few colleges, for some classes there, and it's a great school. It takes a long time to do anything. But yes, I felt like I was there for way too long.
For way too long.
Way too long. But Metallica Marching Band competition is a collegiate competition that they have once a year. Mm-hmm. And they basically, the award prize was $40,000. So they are going to get, basically, Metallica wrote them a check for $40,000.
Wow.
That goes towards the music program at Riverside City College. So congratulations, Marching Tigers. In other news.
Not other news.
Yeah, we have other news. Okay. Okay, so I have a little bit of some news from. Oh, I'm sorry. That's later. First, I want to talk about some sad news. Actually, it was the last week of January. There was a closure at Corona Regional. Their labor and delivery department has been permanently closed due to a low rate in births. People are not having children like they used to be, and it's putting the labor and delivery department out of business.
No, damn. In 2026.
I mean, honestly, would you want to bring? It's hard.
Yes.
Having a child is a blessing.
Yes.
But at the same time, the world is crazy. So you have to think about that sometimes. And then people are kind of just like, I don't know. I can barely afford to take care of myself. And then if you can take care of a kid, take care of a kid.
Right.
If you can't afford to do it, then they're just like, I'm just not going to. Before, people weren't even thinking about it. They were just like, I accidentally had a kid.
You was an accident.
There was lots of unplanned pregnancies.
Oh, back in our parents' days, none of us was playing. Let's be honest.
I don't think I was playing.
Nah. But I mean, they made.
Like I was.
No. But they made. They went on with life, raised us, and now we're here. So,
but having children is still a blessing as well. But so it's really sad that the labor and delivery department at Corona Regional is closed.
So wait, they all gotta go to Kaiser? They on strike too?
No, they just have to go to a different regional hospital. Basically, those doctors have to go to
another. So another city.
Yeah, who has the department. Okay. Hopefully they're transferring, I would say, but that's all they really have to do is transfer to another hospital.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not a doctor or a nurse, so I don't know how that works. This is some international news that I found that was very interesting. They have, so first off, I'm a big, iRobot and everything. I do believe
until they come for you.
A zombie apocalypse. That's how. But anyway, with that said, the world's first biometric AI robot, her name is Moya, debuts in China with 92% human-like walking accuracy.
So we got a Megan 2.0?
Look, it looks just like Megan, though.
Nah.
It did. You have to
No,
Google
we're
it.
not. We're not going to do
Google it.
We're not going to do
The
this.
robot looks like Megan.
So
I'm not lying to you.
So why you talking about
peach
AI?
hair.
Like, why you talking about AI? I'm gonna tell you this. So you know they got a AI robot chat, and they talking about humans.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yes.
I didn't even hear about that. So they talking about us?
Yes. Oh, and they put this man's information out. His information and everything. Yeah, why you talking about AI Morgan 2.0?
No, I'm not saying I'm for it. I'm just saying that because if you've seen iRobot, it didn't go well. Okay? It never go well.
It never do because let's be honest, humans want to see more. They want to, and then they start digging in it. And I'm just like, can we just stop? But they would never stop.
No, because I feel like they're like, yes, technology, and then I'm like, but maybe we went too far. What do you think, Montreal?
I agree. I think listening to you all, I realize like if you train AI to act like a human,
yes,
look how humans have acted.
Yes.
What do you expect it to do? Yes. Right? Like
exactly.
What do we do as humans to different groups?
Yeah.
Right? So that's an interesting thought.
It is an interesting thought. And then I always see in the movie, right, the AI learns about humanity, right? And then they start to hate us. Yeah. Because they're like, oh, y'all is messed up.
But you gotta,
I don't want to be like
But you gotta
guys.
remember,
I can be
whoever
better.
made that AI, they put an emotional chip in it. So now you're taking it too far. When you want AI to feel, to think like us, of course it's gonna want to feel and think like us.
There was a movie that they created about exactly that. How it was this astronaut, he went into space, they gave him an android robot, and then he was like, I don't like that it just does whatever I say. I would like it to make its own choices. Then when that happened, the thing tried to kill him. I'm like,
no. And it tried to kill him. Let's rewind this back. So it tried to kill him because the fact as he was being very disrespectful.
He was being very disrespectful.
He was hitting it, beating on it, and then she became conscious. Of course, she's just like, oh, you just changed my settings. Like now I'm feeling abused. Yeah. I'm feeling all these emotions.
So
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to look it up.
Yes, and we're gonna send it to you because it is
because he literally like him wanting that.
Yes,
kicked him in the butt.
Well, I know a few years back. You can look this up. Meta had to shut down. They had two AIs, and they created a language among themselves.
No,
and no one knew it except them, and they had to shut it down.
Yeah, because they was probably plotting and
communicating, and no one knew what they were talking about.
But see, why would you create something like that and you don't know? At least do a fail safe.
Yeah.
Like where it's just like the language that they saying, I can read it, but they don't know that I know that they. Exactly. You get what I'm saying? Like
speaking in pig Latin.
Like we go to, it's just too far. How far would we take it? Okay, go.
Because there's this one more part here. So, the robot's debut comes at a time when humanoid development is branching in multiple directions globally. Some companies deliberately design robots with cartoon-like appearances to avoid human-like comparison, while others emphasize clearly mechanical forms suited to do industrial work. But this group wants to push the envelope and do more realistic designs that aim to cross the uncanny valley, then avoid it. Droid Up is not presenting Moya solely as a domestic robot. According to SCMP, the company envisions the humanoid being used across healthcare, education, and other commercial environments where human-robot interaction plays a central role. So the key things to listen to here is they said they want to use it in healthcare, education, and other commercial environments first of all, why are those commercial environments? And second of all, education and healthcare. So, is this talk of replacing
teachers
some things that I wouldn't be so agreeable about replacing, like education? Why would we have a humanoid robot in education? What would that be? Would it be teachers? That's a good question.
Yes.
I don't know.
And how can a robot learn the history better than a human?
Easily, because this is something you can download.
Yeah, but let's be honest, all the history that's out there is not correct.
I know, but that is also a part of it.
Yes.
Right? That's a part of it.
Yes.
This is a part of the problem. Yeah. What do you think about that, Wistrell?
You know, I didn't know you guys were going to talk about AI. I don't even know what's on your news.
So,
which is cool. But
I
say all that to say,
yeah.
You know, I can only derive what I think from listening to you all. I mean, I have thoughts, but they're not clear right now because I didn't talk about it. But my wife just texted me, "Hello, wife."
Oh, hey.
She's gonna watch this. But,
she can watch it on YouTube.
Yeah, definitely. But I think it's listening to you all. I realize that AI is going to reflect human beings. Yeah. And when you look at our history, and what we do to people who are different, what we do to people who have less power than us, it's scary.
It is.
If that's how AI is going to act.
Yes. It's not going to be good.
That's just interesting. That's all I have on that topic. Yeah.
All right. So with that said, we're moving on. I have a few shout outs, my usual shout outs.
Okay.
Go out there and check out the Farmhouse Collective on University. It is such a great investment that this family has restored this old motel that used to be little farmhouse hotels and has it's a beautiful place to go on a date. Lots of good food. They also have concerts. They have a farmer's market.
Yes, organic.
They are over there, they are encouraging people who are local artists, music artists. People are over there. They're doing big things. So go support Farmhouse Collective on University.
Oh, I've been there. Okay.
Yes, it's an awesome place, and I really want them to do good, to do well. All right, let's get into the topic at hand. We are going to, of course, this is Black History Month.
Yes.
We are celebrating Black history, Black culture.
Black everything.
Black everything.
Let's do it.
It is a community to be celebrated. We have so many accomplishments. So we're going to talk about today one of my favorite movements in the Black history, which is the Black Panther movement.
Yes.
Black Panther movement. Yes. I wish I had a little fist shirt.
I know.
My little Afro earrings. And I'm wearing black.
And leather.
And yes, because the Black Panthers had leather jackets. This is my Black Panther leather jacket.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to talk about how they impacted the Black community. The Black Panther Party helped their community so much with numerous survival programs addressing basic needs that were neglected by the government.
Of course.
So we're going to get into that impact that they had on the community. The first point we're going to talk about is, what do we even mean when we say the Black movement? Right? So what kind of movements came about with the Black Panther Party? Well, they helped the community in several ways. They brought several programs. They had a free breakfast program.
Yes.
That served for low income communities. They also brought awareness to sickle cell and because honestly, sickle cell is something that is predominantly found in African Americans.
I have it.
And people don't realize that. So people don't realize how harmful. Like, there's a lot of people who die from sickle cell anemia, very young. Sometimes it's a very painful disease. Yeah. Some people have full blown sickle cell, and some people have sickle cell traits.
Yes.
And either way, it's something that we need to be educated on, and they brought that to us. And so that is definitely something that we should always celebrate. There's so many things. They also helped with empowerment, empowering us to be more, to serve the community, to care about each other.
Yes.
And things like that. Let's talk about their historical foundations.
Yes, please.
Life for Black Americans before major movements began. And let's talk about some protest and organization and collective actions that were also there. So from what I know, I know that the Black Panther movement started in like the 60s.
Okay.
And during that time, I believe it was like we're listening to speeches from Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, and then the leader of the Black Panther movement was Huey Newton, I believe.
Yeah.
That's just what I know. But what I remember is that the biggest movement was civil rights. Right? We're still fighting for civil rights. We have rights, but it still doesn't feel like equality, right? Like, it's like, okay, we're not segregated anymore, and you have the right to vote, but we still weren't treated as equal. And for me, I feel like the Black Panther Party movement was trying to get that equality for us. What are you guys' take on that?
This is all the information. Like, I'm like consuming this information because you gotta understand, I'm an 88 baby, so I grew up in the 90s. By the time I went to high school, it was they exit Black Panthers. It was more about Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks.
Got it.
So like, this information that I'm giving to y'all, I'm like, ooh, I'm loving this, because like, I'm just like, ooh, okay, I didn't know that. Like, the sickle cell, I have it full blown. It was hectic. So I did not know that they advocated for that. Like, so that I'm just like, okay, I'm learning. I'm taking in, all the research you got for me, girl.
I think what I should rephrase my question is, what do you think of? Okay. What comes to mind when you think of the Black Panther Party? What comes to you guys' mind when you think of that?
So I want to touch on one of the things that you shared, because you did let me know about this topic, and so I looked up a couple things.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And their history is pretty involved. But one of the things that you mentioned was the free breakfast program. And I wanted to talk a little bit about that.
Okay.
Because I was one of the beneficiaries
of
that program.
Yes.
And I think a lot of us were. If you ate at school in the morning for free, like I did, and you needed that food like I did, because different things were going on at home.
Yes.
We didn't always have enough to eat.
Yes.
We owe that to the Black Panthers. I'm going to explain why.
Okay.
So prior to them launching that program in January of 1969 in the city of Oakland.
Yes,
Oakland.
The kids didn't have food in the morning when they went to school. You had to eat at home.
Yep.
And if you were poor, you didn't get lunch for free. You got a reduced lunch, but you didn't even get to eat anything in the morning if you didn't have any food at home. Which, for a lot of kids that grew up poor, they didn't. So they realized that this was a need in the Black community, because a lot of Blacks were poor at this time. So they saw that need and decided to address it. So they organized with among themselves, with religious leaders and people who were just generally concerned about this issue and wanted to do something about it.
Yep.
So the government, obviously, they're aware of everything that this organization is doing. So as this program addresses this need, it begins to grow, and it grows across the U.S.
Wow.
At its peak, it was in 36 different cities across the country.
Awesome.
Now, this makes the FBI, COINTELPRO, J. Edgar very upset because they're wanting more support from the community. People appreciate what they are engaged in to help the community. So they began to launch warfare against, well, they were already engaged in warfare against the Black Panther Party, but they really attacked this program. But there's more that we can say about that.
Yeah.
But what happened was the government, they realized that, man, this organization addressed this need in the U.S.
Yep.
Prior to us, more efficiently than us. And it was a black eye. It was a black eye on the state.
Yeah.
On all the states where these programs existed. And so it led to the government launching a national school lunch and school breakfast program that didn't exist, just to save face. It didn't exist prior to the Black Panther Party. So we owe that to them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right? And so I just have a lot of gratitude to them because I ate every day at school. I needed that food.
I did.
When we had those breaks, sometimes it was real lean. It was real hard. I was longing to go to school just so I could eat 2 times a day sometimes. Right? So shout out to the Black Panthers because of their work, we all got to experience something that helped us all. Yeah. Especially if you grew up poor and you needed that food. You got to give props to the Black Panther Party.
Exactly. Exactly. And I think, and that's where I feel like people, like, yes, we need to talk about Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. Those are two big figures, but there are also other people. The Black Panther movement was a whole movement within itself that I think that people sometimes forget about.
We do, because we just think about the war side of it.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
We just think about the shootouts.
Yeah.
But why? You just talked about the reason why.
That's not even what they were about.
Yeah, they weren't about fighting and violence.
They were always attacked first. You know, anytime those types of things occurred, it was because they were attacked. But they launched a lot of programs, though.
They did.
You know, that's what you were saying.
They did. Yeah. Let's talk about the impact on civil rights and social change, how the movement led to changes in laws and policies. So one of the policies that was put in place, like you mentioned, the free breakfast program was something they started, but then it became put into basically like the United States part of like the education policy at the schools, all of that. It is a part of every school all over the United States. That's something that they did, you know, and I'm just like when Trell said, like, we need to be thanking them and grateful for that. The shifts in how Black voices were heard nationally. I feel like one of the things that they voiced was to defend yourself.
Yes.
To defend yourself. I think that I'm not gonna bash nonviolent movement that Martin Luther King presented, which was not to react. Do not react. I can understand where he's coming from. Yes. However, millions of people died. Yes. Millions of people died. But those deaths did not go, they were not for granted, because they did bring notice to look at what, because like we said, you only remember Black Panthers carrying rifles and all this stuff, throwing grenades, but it was part of what they were saying, defend yourself, take care of yourself, take care of each other, we're all that we got. And they wanted equality and unity, unity, equality, separated we cannot stand, but together we can. No, I totally agree.
And can I add something to that point, Dave? Because we think of the Black Panthers with guns. Yeah. That sort of thing.
Exactly.
Do you know many of them were killed?
They
didn't kill too many people. They were trying to take a stand. They were trying to make a point. We're willing to defend ourselves. Yes. But when you look at the numbers, they were killed by far. They didn't kill a whole lot of people.
They didn't kill a lot of people. They were the ones being killed.
They were, yeah. And so it's just really interesting to me that when we should be thinking of them being killed. Yes. Not them with guns. Look at these black men with guns. We should be thinking, wow, they tried to help the community. And they paid the ultimate price for it. Yes.
They did.
So that we could benefit from that. Right. But I think now we just want to look at them, with their guns. That's not what they were about.
And that's what they showed me when I was growing up.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. And the image kind of, it sends the wrong message. Yeah. I know. Yeah. My dad, he grew up in Chicago, and he knew about the Chicago chapter of the Black Panther Party. And what happened big over there is that I believe some law enforcement shot up a whole apartment building where they were meeting at. Yeah. And they just went in and shot them all.
For no reason.
Because they were trying to shut it down. Yeah. And I'm like, this is what we're talking about. They were not attacking people. They didn't go out. Someone went out, planned to attack them, and shot them all. They did not know that anything like that was even going to happen. So again, the Black Panther movement, it was not a movement towards arm yourselves and be violent. That was not the message that they were sending. Just so that we're clear. Cultural identity and pride. Let's talk about cultural identity and pride. The rise of Black pride, self-love, cultural expression, influence on music, fashion, language, art, the importance of reclaiming Black history and the narrative. Yes. Like I mentioned before, the pictures that people would show of the Black Panther Party, they would show someone wearing a black beret, a leather jacket, and holding an AK-47. And they were like, violent Black people. That's exactly the message they were trying to promote. That's propaganda. That wasn't it at all. They were only holding those because they were in fear of being just gunned down. And if the other person had the gun, why can't we have one? That's all. But they also promoted, let's talk about how they have impacted cultural expression, music, fashion, language, and art.
The music back, the music was beautiful back then.
I agree.
And I'm just like, you can just listen to jazz, the blues, and just sit there and your mind just go away and take you somewhere that you didn't even know you can go within your mind. I'm just like, now you come to today.
I think about Marvin Gaye
and
his hit "What's Going On."
Yes,
I feel like that was popular during that time. Definitely was bringing that song was bringing awareness to what's really going on in the world, and it was pretty like it made people woke about like wait whoa like like people are dying like if you listen to the words that's what Marvin Gaye is saying in the song like people are dying like brother what's going on.
Have you ever listened to that album from start to finish?
No, I haven't actually.
It is a work of art.
Really?
Oh, really?
It's a work of art. Like
now I'm gonna go back and listen to
like each song just flows
into
the next.
It flows into the next. It's like a work of art. It's probably the greatest album that I've ever listened to.
I'm gonna have to go back.
Yeah. Of course we did.
What's Going On? It's an amazing album.
Wow.
It really is.
Yeah, so I think that was a vibe as well during that Black movement in the 70s, late 60s, 70s. Also, let's talk about fashion and hair. I feel like you do see a lot of like the Black Panther party. They were known for their natural hairstyles.
Yes, and I think for me, I used to how I got my locks is because my hair wasn't growing. So my hair would grow to a certain length and then it would just start breaking off. So I took the whole chop. I just shaved my hair and then my mom was like, what do you want to do with it? And I was like, I want to go natural. And ever since then, the longest my hair been is like past my butt. And I was like, and that's just me just keeping it natural, organic. And I'm just like, I'm loving my hair.
Yes.
Man.
I'm loving my hair too. And I gotta say, I gotta get out my girl Shanae because when I came in this morning, she was like, "Oh, I gotta show you how to twist your hair." What's wrong with my hair? My hair is perfectly fine. I'm loving my hair.
She had to learn how to, do locks.
She was like, I gotta show you how to twist. I'm like, I know how to twist my own hair. My hair is fine.
See, if I twist my own, it will take me a long time. But when she does it, it's faster. It's faster.
No, it is. But is. I think what I love about that time, and I think we need to go back to that, or we need that messaging again.
Yes, we do.
Because you see the rise in us, I'll say, to not, talk about the genders. We don't have to talk about the genders. But I think we're kind of returning to that sense of like, I need something else to look beautiful.
Yes.
I need to do this or wear this or put this on.
Get this
product. And I think, and I think what was important, regardless of how they wore their hair back then, it's like, hey, this is my natural hair. This is how it grows and it's beautiful. And I don't have to change it. And I just love that. I love that.
It's funny because we wear our headbands, and I go to university, and they're like, "Oh, I like your turban." I'm like, "That's not what it's called." African American had head wraps too. So I was like, "No, it's just a head wrap." But I'm like,
I do get, sometimes people look at me sometimes and they're just like, why is her hair wrapped up? Honestly, to be completely honest, I have probably been doing this to my hair since like high school. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, it's literally been something I've done. And it used to be whenever I had to do my wash, and if you know, you know, okay?
I don't.
Do I need a whole day to wash, condition my hair? Yes. Yes. Okay, before I cut my hair, because I used to have very long hair, it would take like 12 hours. Okay, so you got to think about it's like
the whole process.
The hair, right? Then you dry the hair. Then you part the hair, put it in plaits so that you could grease the scalp. After I grease the scalp, then I just need to I have to put it back in plaits so that it doesn't get retangled up because my hair is very curly.
Yeah.
Okay, so comb it. and I'm doing little plaques. After all of that, then it's like, oh, I gotta get ready to go to hang out with friends. I'ma wrap it up in this head wrap and put some earrings on and go about my day. Because I'm not about to press my hair, flat iron my hair, or try to tease it in an afro. My hair would not stay in an afro. It'll be flat on one side by 5 o'clock. So that was the deal, and that's how I started doing this.
With your hair wrap.
And now I do it just because, like, I just like it. Like, it's something I've always done. And it is an expression also of my culture.
Yeah. I think people forget that there was, African tribes there that kept their hair just wrapped. They didn't show it. They didn't. That's just something they did. I think nowadays people forget that. Like, okay, we have wraps. We didn't used to hide our hair. We used to do all that stuff.
Now, do I still wear lace fronts? Yes, because sometimes I feel like I put my hair back and forth, and I do that sometimes because I can. But I mean, at the same time, it's not something I like. Like, it's just something I do because I like fashion and I like different styles. However, does it define me though? No, I am not my hair.
That's right.
Yeah, I know that's right.
Let's move on to education and awareness.
Yes.
Education as empowerment, teaching Black history within families and communities, and how knowledge became a form of resistance.
I think now, Black houses, they need to teach their kids about Black history.
I feel like there's a definite gap.
Yes, it is
in the knowledge in this generation right now. I will say, I definitely feel.
And you're as a teacher, that's how
I feel like you can see it.
Yes,
you can hear it on social media. When people talk, you can kind of be like, what? Like, that was, I don't know about that. Like, it's like
right.
things where I'm just like, that didn't rub me the right way.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just gonna say it. The whole Nicki Minaj thing is odd. I know she is from like Trinidad and everything.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna say no. I'm just gonna say, like, social media. There's people who are just like, it's fine, it's nothing, and I'm just like, like, if you she's somebody, okay. I'm not trying to talk about who she is as a Black person because she doesn't identify as.
She don't? I never knew that.
Because she's not. I believe she's actually from like Trinidad.
Okay.
So that's not. But if you are supported right, by the Black community, then that puts you in a place where you have influence.
Yes.
Right.
And she has a lot.
I'm just talking about her influence.
Okay.
What she's doing has a negative influence.
Yes. On
the Black community, for the people who were fans of hers, and that's where I just feel like it's sad.
I know everybody in Trinidad.
That's all I have to say about that.
I know. With you. I know what you're saying. I'm just saying. If I was from Trinidad, I would be mad. I'm throwing her CDs. I'm burning them. But it is what it is.
Yeah, I'm not too aware. I've just kind of heard things. I've never taken her too seriously though about any topic in life.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, okay, that's just.
Do you? I feel like pick me.
Yeah, and I feel like she doesn't have a lot of knowledge
in general.
Yeah.
About anything. I don't want to say about anything. Yeah. But she doesn't display that in her music and in her art, and now with her politics, if that's what we want to call it. I don't even know what
I don't even.
It's her politics.
Maybe
foolery. Yeah.
Maybe it's just a performance or a show. I don't know what we even want to call it.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, I try not to judge my people when I don't agree with them.
I agree.
Right? And I try to leave room for people to see things the way that they want to. But I think I think that the Black community in general, we have to ease up from looking at the entertainers for
Yes.
anything sort of serious.
That's
not their lane. That's not what they do.
Yes.
That's not how they have made their money, and that's not what they're about. Now, I'm not saying that they can't educate themselves and learn.
Yes.
But often what you see is someone like her just jumping out into the fray.
Yeah.
Take some time, learn from some people.
Yes.
Read some books about these topics and then get involved. But because I'm an entertainer, I have a platform, I'm just jumping in.
Yeah.
And you see them do that with anything. Religion, politics, it doesn't matter. It's just like, slow down, take your time. And so I hope that she takes a moment to take a step back and reevaluate who she is in this world, what's going on in this world, and then kind of engage from a place of knowledge as opposed to what she's doing now, which I don't know a lot. I've seen one clip, and I wasn't impressed by that clip. It's just like, well, nigga, hold on, girl, slow down.
Slow your roll.
But hey, I hope that it works out for her.
Yeah, I do too.
I just think it's just a bad light right now. It's a bad light. But it's like, for me, the point I want to make is that this generation, one, we're quick to cancel people. Quick to be against one another about dumb stuff. Like, it just don't make no sense. We criticize, we do all this. What the Black Panther movement brought was, like, again, equality, self-empowerment, supporting one another, things like that. And I feel like this generation, we can be very divisive within our own community. And we can kind of step away from what all these other movements have been fighting for us to have, I think we need to go back to being more aware of who really is the oppressor. The Black History Month is not to remind everyone of slavery, in my opinion. In my opinion, it's not to remind everyone that just remember we used to be slaves. Yes. That's not what it is. What it is a reminder of for me, because we are Black all year long. So having a month of Black history is not just like now we remember. Yeah. It's just to raise awareness of the fact that we have come so far, and yet we have so far to go, because we are still being unfairly treated in the workforce, and it's not in the form of slavery. It's just in the form of just simple injustices, like not being paid fairly, being looked at as lazy without even doing anything yet, being looked at as aggressive when I haven't said anything yet.
That happened to me.
Being labeled things before you see me, and in the first 5 seconds you think attitude, lazy, dirty, unorganized. All these things that are just uneducated, right? And it's like I haven't even said my name. If I say my name and it sounds like, oh, well, yeah, she's definitely Black. I haven't even walked in the door, but you see that my name is Tanisha. And it's like, oh, and I'm like, what the? My name, they see it and they're like, yeah, she probably Black. And I'm like, why? Like, these stereotypes, those stereotypes, again, were made for propaganda. Yes. To push somebody else's agenda. They want to keep us dumbed down and not educated. They want to keep us in this box so that we don't succeed. And I feel like it should be a reminder for Black History Month to know who you are and know the power that you have, and that you have support, and that we're part of an amazing community, and we should take ownership of that. Yeah. That's what Black history should really be a reminder of. Yeah, no, I agree. Because, like, yes, we were there where we were, being killed off and put on boats. But now we're in a place where the picture, the surrounding, it has changed.
Yeah.
But there's still a fight that we need to do. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes totally sense.
So, yeah.
Thank you for saying that.
All right, on that note, moving on to the next.
I know, she over here. I'm telling you, she was ready. She was ready for February. She was like, she did all the topics for this whole month. I'm like,
because I feel like I think I get passionate about Black history because I feel like for me, I grew up in a family where we pushed treating people like you want to be treated with equality, no matter what shade, no matter what color, no matter what ethnicity. This is, everybody is, give them the benefit of the doubt. Mm-hmm. And then I walk into my community and I get all this well, why do you speak so proper? Are you trying to be white? Well, why do you, your voice sounds kind of is that your real voice or are you pretending to talk like that?
No, that's her real voice.
Are you fake? Are this that? All these different things. And I'm just I am Black. I'm not trying to be anything else but me. Yeah. And where is this notion that if you speak properly, you're trying to be white? Who said that? Who did that? Where did this come from? This is my voice. And this is the way I was raised. I was raised where if I said can't, it's cannot. If I said what, my mom said you answer with yes. Yes, and when you talk to someone, you say Miss such and such, Mr. such and such, or it's ma'am, or it's sir. I mean, that's just the way it was. And it's not gonna get reversed because that's the way I was raised, and this is who I am. But it's okay, didn't Rosa Parks go to Hillman, Spelman College? Mm-hmm. So was she speaking all with slang? What's up, yo? I'm not getting up out this seat. No. No. So where did this come from? I'm just we need to know our history. Then we wouldn't be so ignorant and also believe stereotypes ourselves.
Yeah.
You know?
That is true.
Yes. I get so mad about it. The whole high school and everything.
I know, right? Okay, great.
Okay. And I digress. All right, so now we're gonna go on to modern day influence. We're gonna jump down. Connections between past movements and today's activism. Let's touch with the role of social media and the younger generation and how today's voices are shaping the future. I guess let's talk about, for me, the connections between past movement and today's activism. Do you guys have any thoughts about are there any movements or any activism that we see today that kind of reflects some of the things that we have been working towards before, in the past? Anything? I'm trying to think.
Yeah, me too. Well, I think that a lot of the movements and the activism we see today comes from what has occurred.
Yes, that's true. From the past.
I think that it's evolved now where you had the civil rights movement, which was largely, though not exclusively, about the rights of Black Americans. And I think now the movements are not always specifically about one group.
Okay.
It's almost like a human rights movement, and you have people involved in movements that may not be specifically about their group, but it's about another group. But they want to be involved, and they want to help to bring about a change.
Yes.
But that comes from the movements that we created
Yes.
back in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s. A lot of it anyway. Not to say that there were no other groups that have movements, because they did.
Yes.
You had the farm workers movement. You know, so you've had you've had the women's movement prior to the civil rights movement. So, but I think today, though, to close it out, this point is that I think today, with the social media world that we're in, you can say more. Yes. And you can get your message out. But I think that the danger in that is that some of the movement is online now. Yes. And people are not outside as much. Yeah. Right. Yeah. No, I agree. So I think the younger generation it's like, well, hey, I want to begin something online. Yes. Start a hashtag, start this movement. Yes. I want to, record this video, put it online, get it around the world, and we're not outside as much. And I think that's how it's sort of changed. We still have that connection, but it's not the same. It's not the same.
Yeah, it's not the same. But I feel like I am glad that there's still a movement, that people are still being activists. That part, when I see people are just like, no, like that's not right, and we need to speak about this. We need to bring to attention, because there's things that someone will post on social media that will never get posted in the news. Like it won't. It just won't get posted because sometimes the news is being used to push a certain agenda. But they'll be like, wait, but so-and-so has been missing. They've been kidnapped, or, and I'm just like, oh, wow, like there's some things going on that are just kind of not being amplified as, an injustice.
And I think that's why nowadays we have these, I call them boots on the ground media, where it's like they actually go out there and do their own media and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it's like, I'm sure when you was really going on, right? And then there was the Black Lives Matter. Yeah, I believe that was a thing, and I was in full support. The only thing for me is that I know that it can't just be an exclusive focus on just Black Lives Matter. Yeah. Because there are a lot of people who are mixed together fighting for one another, and they're not always all the same race. So I feel like, what about
you see, man, you about to kick it off.
No. Get it. Get her. I think Black Lives Matters is a good movement. I just think it shouldn't be exclusive.
So I'm gonna go ahead.
Okay, so I didn't get into that. Okay. I didn't get into that because I don't know, something inside of me was just like, of course, all Black Lives Matter and everything else. Yes. But I feel like that put like more target on us. Okay. Because at that time I was still working, and I was the only Black woman, working, and I see, Caucasian. Okay. When all life matters, coming back at us because we're like, oh, Black, matters. So I really didn't get into that. Like, I seen them protest. I was in my condo. I was watching them. Me and my sister, Sade, the veteran. She, we went on our balcony just to show them support and just make sure they was safe. Because they was walking through Pomona at the time. So I don't know. I'm kind of like iffy about that,
Okay. All right, Winchell.
Well, how much time do
we got time.
You guys close it.
We got time.
Well, no. I mean, I think I'm with you, Nate, in the sense that I don't think they're above. I don't think that the organization, because you have the same, and you have the organization. Okay. So I don't think that the organization is above critique. There is, especially when you read their 10-point program. Yes. I don't know how many points it is, but they have like a program on like their website or what they want to achieve. Yes. Okay. And it's like, but to some of them, right? To some of the things on there, it's like, and then some of the things on there are they're great. I agree, right?
Yes.
And there's some things. Hold on. But I think so. So you have the organization, then you have that saying, and I just think of course, all lives matter.
Yes.
Of course,
yes,
they should, right? But that saying, the way that I heard it and the way I experienced it, and at the time that it came out,
yes,
I think it was making a point that needed to be heard.
yes.
That
Yeah,
Black Lives
that we
Matter,
wanted to.
right? And it didn't say Black Lives Matter above all everybody else's lives.
Yes.
It's just saying, hey, we are experiencing a certain type of oppression, of violence, and our lives matter because America's trying to make this normal.
Yeah.
And we know the history that we come from.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, our lives matter.
Yeah.
Our lives are important.
Yes.
So that's how I heard it. I think anyone who wants to hear that and say, well, all lives matter, they don't want to acknowledge what we're experiencing.
That's a good point.
Yes.
I like the point.
Yes.
But yes, of course, all lives matter. But we Black people are going through this.
Yes.
And we want to address that. And you could say something else. I don't care what the saying was, but we need to draw some attention to this experience, and it needs to change. So that's all I have.
Well, thank you. That was very well said and a very good point.
Yes.
All right, now let's get into the personal reflection segment. How has the Black movement personally impacted us? And we are going to let this go with Trell. He's going to share a little bit about his impact and some things that he's doing in his life right now.
All right. It's my time, huh?
Yeah.
Well, we talked about the school food program that the Black Panthers really, they created that.
Yeah.
The government took hold of it and launched it, as they should have. They should have been done that. But it took the Black Panthers to do it for the government to say, hey, this is something we should be doing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Like I expressed earlier, I really benefited from that program. As did a lot of kids in my neighborhood, as did my brother, as did my sisters, my cousins, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So that's one way, right? We talked about that. But I think also just the caring adults that I got to be around, and not everyone was. Some adults did not care, right?
Yeah,
Some people sold drugs.
Yeah.
Some people did, a lot of different things. But when I came across Black adults in my schooling, when I came across Black adults in the area I lived in, that really took time to invest in me, whether that was with sports, whether that was with helping me to see the opportunities that are out there. It really made an impact on me and gave me hope at a time where it was easy to not have hope.
Yeah.
Everything going on around me, I could have easily, just gave into.
Yeah.
But because of the individuals that cared enough to try to invest, to try and help me learn, I think about the Black teachers that taught me how to read. Right? Like literally sat with me and taught me how to read. And some were white too, but yeah, I think all those things made a significant impact on me, and they helped me to see that I could achieve if I tried.
Yeah.
Now achieving hasn't always been easy, and there were a lot of things I had to learn the hard way, and there was a lot of things I didn't know as well. But anyway, I think that's just a few of the ways that the movement has had an impact on me. And then when you think about art, there was this artist in Los Angeles. He's still in Los Angeles.
Okay.
And his name is Ramses, and he's on Instagram. He's art, but I grew up with his son, and his son has since passed away. Rest in peace to my brother. But I had an opportunity to spend time in his home And I just think seeing his artwork, seeing the man that put his art out into the world, the way that he did, it just had an impact on me. Yeah. And so when I started to feel like I wanted to express myself, I had that example there. And it led to me eventually writing this book, The Adolescent Portrait of Wintrell DeMar. Something that I'm really proud of for the sense of, it was in my heart, it was in my mind, I put it out into the world. It's been a labor of love, but yeah, I think this wouldn't be possible without him, without that example that I saw. And so shout out to Ramses Art online on the gram. But yeah, those are just a few examples in ways that the movie has had an impact on my life.
That's cool. Yeah. Thank you for sharing, Wintrell. Yeah. I feel like again, this is my brother from another mother. So I remember when he would be getting ready to do, we went to a few spoken word things.
For sure.
He shared a few poems there, and that was big because I know that you were self-conscious about stuttering and things like that, which was a big achievement for you. And I think we should definitely, for anybody out there who that is something that they deal with, how you overcame having a stutter and didn't let that be something that kept you from doing spoken word. You did music,
when I perform though, a lot of people that do stutter, when I do their art, it's different. Yeah. When I perform, it's not a thing. Yeah. But there's some actors that stutter too. Oh. Like James Earl Jones.
Oh. Didn't know that.
Seriously. He has a serious situation. But when he acts, he goes into another part of his brain. That white actress too, she stutters. Her name is Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt.
She stutters. Yeah, she really stutters. When she acts, it's just different. So it was it's still something that even though I've grown in that, I still experience it. Yeah. But when I do my art, when I perform, for some reason, however the brain works.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, that brain, it's crazy. It really is. It's amazing sometimes.
Yeah.
Man.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Because to be honest, when I first met you, I didn't even know.
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
No.
So honors to you.
Thank you. There's been a lot of growth in my life.
That's good.
Way in a lot of ways, but speaking of stuttering, I have a poem about it.
Oh, okay. If
we can close out.
Yes.
Coming up on time here.
Oh, okay.
I haven't read my book in a while. Let me see the page. Here it is, 92.
Yes. We just have one little quote.
Yeah, but yes, sure.
No, you can do that, and then I'll do the quote.
And it's no rush on the bar table talk. No.
5 minutes.
It's fine.
Totally fine.
All right.
Let's hear this.
This poem is titled Stutter. When you stutter, people think you are dumb. You doubt yourself and wonder what you will become. When you stutter, you hate the way you talk. You remain silent and rarely share your thoughts. When you stutter, you feel insecure. You feel judged by everyone and unsure. When you stutter, you wish you could talk like everyone around you. Self-loathing and fear surround you. When you stutter, you must try to face your fears and not to hide. When you stutter, you must overcome. Never believe the lie that you are dumb. That's when I wrote in high school as a young person. Thank you. Audio system.
Thank you. I know. It's so.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Thank you for sharing that with you.
Yes.
All right, so
let's get into your food for thought.
Oh yes, let me do the quick. So one of the things that we didn't mention about the Black Panther Party, that is going to be our food for thought. The food for thought is that some people don't know that the Black Panther Party was not exclusively just for the Black community. So, right here. There we go. Sorry, I wrote it all down over here. All right, so.
Yes.
While the Black Panther Party was founded as a revolutionary organization rooted in Black political life and self-defense, it was not exclusively Black in its membership or coalition. You guys may remember the Rainbow Coalition. That was started by the Black Panther movement in the 1960s. It included various nationalities and ethnic groups. For example, Latinos and Puerto Ricans. There were white activists called the White Panthers. These were people who were activists for Black civil rights, though. But they were white, so they were put in their own group so that, they had to strategize. Yeah. Right? Yeah. If they just mixed them in, then when they're being attacked, then they're all going down, right? Yes. So you got to kind of be strategic. You guys meet here, we're meeting here, but are we all unified in our goal? Yes. Right? You got to be strategic. So there was also specific individuals from other backgrounds, such as David Horowitz, who was, I believe that's Jewish, and Asian members, specifically like Japan, China. There was an international scope where they went all the way. The support groups were in Japan, China, France, England, Mozambique, South Africa, London, West Africa, West Indian. It was a global awareness to who the Black Panther Party was and what the movement was about. So I just wanted to give some food for thought. Yeah. Let's get to our quote of the day. Go on, Shasha. Now, this quote of the day I found, and I was like, I had to think about it for a minute.
Why is that?
Because I think when I first read it, I was just like, and I had to think, and I was just like, oh. Okay, so that's what it was. Okay. All right. The quote of the day. I refuse to accept the view that mankind is so tragically bound to the starless midnight of racism and war that the bright daybreak of peace and brotherhood can never become a reality. Martin Luther King Jr. So you think about that. Yes. And, it causes pause, but a good pause. Because what he's saying is, I refuse to believe that the goal of all these movements, right, what they sought could never become a reality. I believe it can become a reality. And I feel that we should not lose hope that equality for all cannot become a reality. That these things, these good things that they've all been fighting for, it can be a reality. Sometimes it looks like it won't be, but it can be. And never lose hope.
Thank you for that quote. That's a good one. Yeah. Thank you. I feel like we need to go to a little jazz thing. Sit there, listen to some poetry. Yeah. I feel like
find one because I don't know where they are. I feel like they used to be around, but don't you feel like they've disappeared?
They need to come back. Can somebody do one out there?
Google search. We Google search, and when we find out, y'all find out.
Right. Okay. That's going to wrap up today's episode of the Bar Table Talk. If this conversation spoke to you, share it with someone who needs it. Follow the podcast, leave a review, and stay connected until next time. Take care of yourself and each other. Yes. Thank you. Peace. No, it's on that. Yeah. So it's